Look at this, a smooth text move, a controlled zoom and motion that feels natural instead of robotic. They are all created with the same tiny diamond inside CapCut. We've been using CapCut for 5 years, so I know once you understand this one tool, you can create animations that feel far more professional. And stay with me, because at the end, I will show you the graph trick that turns a basic zoom into that smooth movement you see in polished YouTube videos. I'm Dina, and I'm here to help you master CapCut the easy way. Let's jump in. Before we build anything, let me take the fear out of the word keyframe, because it sounds technical, but it really is not. Here is the whole idea. You lock a value, like position, scale, or color, at one moment. Then you move forward, change that value, and CapCut creates the movement between those 2 points for you. That's the one idea behind every animation we are about to make. Once this clicks, everything else is just a different way of using it. So let's start with the easiest one. Drag a default text layer onto the timeline and type the word subscribe. If you play it now, the word just sits there, so let's make it slide across the screen. Select the text and look at the inspector panel on the right. Find the small diamond next to position, this one. That diamond is the keyframe button. Move the playhead to the beginning of the text clip and click the diamond next to position. You will see a small diamond appear on the clip itself. You've just told CapCut to lock the text in this position at this exact moment. Now move the playhead forward a few seconds and drag the text to the other side of the screen. Here's the bit that surprises most people. You don't have to add a second keyframe manually. Once the first keyframe is active, CapCut creates another one as soon as you change the position. Let's watch it back. The text moves smoothly from one side of the screen to the other. You have created motion with 2 positions, and now that you understand that logic, you can use it on far more than movement. If you're interested in a clear path through CapCut without having to work out what to learn next, our CapCut Creator Mastery course is where we're bringing it all together. You can find out more through the link in the description. Now let's animate something you might not expect. Keyframes don't only control position. You can animate almost any property with a diamond beside it. Delete the position keyframes so the text is still again. This time find the color control and add keyframe at the beginning while the text is white. Move the playhead forward and change the text color to green. Let's play it back. The text gradually changes from white to green. It's the same keyframe logic, but it creates completely different results. If a control has a diamond next to it, there's a good chance you can animate it. Now let's try scale. Add a keyframe at the beginning with the scale set to 100%. Now move forward on the timeline and increase the scale to around 140%. Play it back and the text smoothly grows from its original size. And this is where timing becomes really important. You can make the exact same animation feel slow and gentle or fast and energetic without changing the values. Look at the distance between the 2 keyframes. That distance controls the speed. Drag the second keyframe closer to the first and the text grows much faster. Move it farther away and the animation becomes slower. Keep that in mind because we're about to use the same idea to create one of the most useful edits for Talking Head videos. A classic technique in YouTube videos and Talking Head reels is zooming in when you want to emphasize an object, a reaction, or an important part of the message. Select your video and go to the video tab. Add a keyframe for both scale and position. You need both because once you zoom in, you will probably need to adjust the framing and recenter the subject. Move the playhead forward to the moment where you want the zoom to finish. Remember, the distance between these keyframes controls how quickly the zoom happens. Increase the scale value to zoom into the shot. The framing may look messy now, so adjust the position X and Y values until your subject is centered properly. Let's be honest about the first result. The zoom works, but it probably doesn't feel professional yet. It looks a little mechanical, and that mechanical movement is one of the easiest ways to spot a beginner edit. Watch it once more. The scale and position move in a straight, constant way from the first keyframe to the second. We are going to keep the same zoom and the same framing, but change how CapCut travels between those values. And before we smooth it out, here are some free assets you can experiment with in your next edit. There's a free creator starter pack at 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘.com. You get horizontal mats, social media mats, outline frames, an epilogue to 𝗪𝗧𝗔𝗢𝗎𝗓 lot, and 15 CapCut effect tutorials. Each one is under a minute and designed to create the kind of scroll-stopping visual hooks that make people stop and watch. or free. Links in the description. Now let's turn that mechanical zoom into the polished version. What you just saw is called a linear motion, follows a straight line from point A to point B, and that constant movement can feel robotic. For that smooth, natural result, we need to change the graph. Right-click the video clip and select Show Variable Speed Animation, just this one here. You can now see the different keyframed properties separated on the clip. Select the specific setting you want to smooth, starting with Scale. On the right, click the small graph icon to open the graph editor, just this one here. The straight diagonal line you can see is why the zoom feels mechanical. We want to replace that straight movement with a curve, so select the first keyframe and click Auto Curve, just this one here. Then do the same thing to the final keyframe. The line becomes an S shape, as you can see, which means the zoom will ease gently into the movement and ease back out again. Repeat the same process for the X and Y position lines, so the scale and framing move together. This tiny change is what gives the movement that smooth, almost invisible quality. The viewer feels the emphasis without being distracted by the zoom itself. And there's another quick way to apply a similar curve. Select your keyframes, right-click and choose Show All Presets. CapCut will open a selection of graph presets. Choose a preset such as Ease to create that S-shaped movement without adjusting the curve manually. Now let's watch the finished results. Before, the zoom started and stopped harshly. With the curve movement, it eases in, moves naturally, and settles into the final frame. It's the same scale, the same position, and the same two movements on the timeline, but the graph makes the entire edit feel more polished. And if you want to add more movement without building every graphic from scratch, this fits perfectly with what we are doing. If you want pre-built motion graphics, you can drop straight into your edit. The motion graphics pack has 15 graphics with over 50 variations, UI elements, shapes, and animated assets built for storytelling and engagement. Links in the description. Now go create something awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.